homeless guys winning Who Smells Less Like Urine. So with that out of the way, let's hear it. A very funny man welcome for Scott Brandenburg, everybody.
Always losing the urine contest. A little bit about me. I have a 3-year-old daughter, so who else has kids? Consequently, I spend a lot of time at McDonald's because, frankly, I'm a shitty parent. So those of you 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, whatever they are, what is the addiction to McDonald's for kids? I don't know, because like McDonald's to a 3-year-old is like a titty bar to a frat guy. You can't pass by one without having to stop. It's usually when they've had like a real shit day too, and you hear that little angelic voice in the back seat. And they see the golden arches, and they go, "Daddy, I want chicken and fries and a toy." And the only thing you're thinking is, "Yeah, Daddy wanted a fucking Corvette and a Sea-Doo too, and I'm saddled with your needy ass for the next 15 years. Why don't you pop down a go-gurt and shut up?" But, you know, because that's wrong, and then you have to meet Maria from Franklin County Children's Services again. What's funny about McDonald's when you're an adult, though, you can look at it through different eyes. Because when I was a kid, all the toys, like in the Happy Meal, were like super dangerous. Like kids used to die. That's how we used to thin out the herd in the 80s. Like kids would choke on things. Now they're all educational. When I was a kid, you'd have like a chunk of asbestos, you'd have like a whistle made out of like a ball of mercury, a bag of AIDS. They had all sorts of great shit in those things. The other thing they don't have at McDonald's anymore, you guys remember Ronald McDonald Land? Ronald McDonald Land. Then I thought about the cast of characters in Ronald McDonald Land. You got the Hamburglar and the Fry Guys who are his accomplices. Then the guy who steals all the fillet of fish. It's like fucking Leavenworth in there. These people shouldn't be allowed within 1,000 feet of a school, and we let them play on the playground in there. Favorite all-time Ronald McDonald Land character, everybody? Grimace! Fucking Grimace. Don't understand how Grimace got made. Let's get Bill from marketing. Bill, we need to sell hamburgers, fries, and shakes. What'll make that appetizing? Gelatinous purple blob. Looks like a diseased liver. Let's go with it. And Grimace is basically, the reason he's not around anymore, he basically be the epitome of like childhood obesity. Which, by the way, we didn't have that when I was a kid. No, kids were husky. I know that because that's what it said on my pants. There was a fucking section in Sears where you went to go get husky pants. So we can eradicate this whole childhood obesity thing because it's basically just boils down to it's a labeling issue. Who's out there drinking tonight? Where are my drinkers? You know, like coming here, they get the double deuce. You see that? You been drinking the double deuce tonight? The 22-ouncer? No alcoholics in here. That's good to hear. I enjoy the double deuce because it's you can't look sophisticated drinking a 22-ounce bottle of beer. Pretty much shown you've given up on life. I appreciate that kind of brutal honesty. It's always kind of like, hey, let's go to the Funny Bone tonight. Let's watch a bunch of amateurs make a bunch of dick jokes and drink like homeless people. This will be great. Of course, that's Bud Light. I can't drink the Bud Light anymore. Economy's too bad. Just keep walking down, do that walk of shame down the beer aisle with cheaper beer. Getting dangerously close to that section where like all the beer has names that sound like when you vomit the next day, like Schlitz and Blatz and Coors. Father-in-law drinks High Life Light, which is called the champagne of beers. So I like to call it the beer that tastes like someone else already drank it. Although generally I stay out of the supermarket. How many single guys we got here tonight? Yeah. Married guys? Yeah. Transsexuals. The difference between when you're married and when you're single, one of the chief differences is when you're single, you only go to the store when you need 3 things. It's usually beer, Funyuns, and whatever the hell it is you just broke or you just ran out of. When you're married, because it's your husbandly duty, you say, "Hey, I'm going to the store." What do you get, guys? You get a fucking list. And on that list are things in 15 different aisles that you've never seen before. And it's like they call ahead, they're like, "Hey, what are you out of?" "Pickled herring." "Okay, it's on the list." So you run around the store trying to find this magical item that doesn't exist, getting more and more frustrated. It's basically the clitoris of the grocery store. You're never going to find it. And you know you're going to get your ass handed to you when you go back home. I'll leave this. This is actually a true story. A couple of years ago, I needed to go buy dog food. And the other thing the list takes away is free will and free thought. Because I looked at the dog food, and the one was yellow, the other one was green. And the yellow was cheaper, and I thought, well, my dog spends most of the day gnawing on his own cock, so he doesn't really care what it tastes like. I'll get the cheaper one. Well, when I got home, it was supposed to be the green one, and it was literally the same reaction as if I had fucked her sister right on the kitchen table. And that's what led to the worst Christmas ever. Scott, that's my time. Thank you.